my people? This is your brother B bringing to you yet again another episode 36 on this YouTube channel. Opps, opportunities for black and brown, brown and black. And on episode 36, I'll be talking about my experience with the All Lives Matter situation I had. So, back when the riots were erupting, I believe it was 2020. Certain people were trying to push the BLM movement, like, oh, I had to, join or whatnot, or be a part of the whole thing. And I did my research on, who were behind the founders and how they were trained, being trained Marxist, and that's not something I want to be a part of, doing whatever it takes. I just don't want to get into the details, but that's the basis of it. So it was easy for me to put a comment, and damn, I got like 500 views. It was insane, and I had like a back and forth with even a person that in a way tried not threatening me, but saying like, oh, I'm just trying to tell you how to talk or move because something might happen. Look, God's with me at all times, and I've gone through way worse shit than a lot of people, and I'm still here, and it's thanks to Him. When I put that comment, I was not aware that there was a racist movement saying all lives matter and just mocking the whole George Floyd situation, all that. I was not aware. Sorry. And you could go through my media or what I looked through and whatnot. Never made fun of it. They even tried testing if I was racist, because there was like Caucasian kids stepping on someone else's neck, like a little Caucasian kid stepping on another little Caucasian kid's neck and saying I can't breathe or something like that. And that guy asked me if I thought it was funny, and I was like, no, no. And the reason why I said it is because all lives do matter. Doesn't matter where you're from, the race, color. If we would all learn how to practice morals and ethics, more than anything, something so simple as respect, the outcome of how we interact would be a lot better. We wouldn't be so divisional. Just look at each other just as people, not look at the race, base everyone based on their actions. Just simple as that. You don't need to add, like if someone's doing something dumb, you don't need to add like dumb race, dumb and then the race, no, or someone's driving like an idiot, you don't have like fucking so and so, or the insult and then that. No, it's not necessary. We should take that out of our mentality or whatnot. And that's how I look at all lives matter, because we all need to come together, whether blacks and Latinos like it. Because honestly, the way I see it, I don't think we're gonna survive. We're just gonna be dirt poor, so divided, and pretty much dependent on the government for food, shelter, and to drink and medicine. And believe me, that is the worst thing that we need, for us to be extremely dependent from our government to the point where we just don't work or whatnot. But anyhow, going back to this whole all lives matter, it just blew my mind that that people were just so quick to jump on the bandwagon, and how and just how the whole, like me seeing how in 2019, 2020, and how it was used to distract people from Jeffrey Epstein and the wife, Ghislaine Maxwell, whatever her name is. Um, those cases were going on. The Hunter Biden's laptop. Just the dirty things in Ukraine and in China. It just blew my mind how it was so perfectly timed during elections too, and people can't notice it. For the most part, a lot of people were just so focused on the riots and all that, and to me, I understand that African Americans have suffered for a lot of years, and to a certain extent, reparations should go to the descendants that lived through slavery, the people that lived through this slavery. If your ancestors didn't live through slavery, I don't know. I don't think it's fair for a person that's their ancestors didn't live through slavery get reparations. Just for example, on the west side of certain states, like after the Battle of the Alamo, so Mexicans' land were taken. Like there was an agreement, and Mexicans got displaced. Land grants were taken. Cowboys were used as mercenaries, stealing their cattle or burning the crop, or taking the child and forcing the person to sign the deed. All sorts of things like that. And we're not gonna get reparations for that. I don't see it coming. And it's just crazy how during Barack Obama's reign, people from Israel that lived, and also certain Japanese people and certain Israeli people that lived through the Holocaust, Jewish people that lived through the Holocaust, sorry, not Israeli, Jewish people that lived through the Holocaust, got certain reparations. And it's just mind-blowing that I consider Barack Obama was like the face of politics for African Americans, even though his background is not what a lot of people may think. It's just I just think that we should just come together, stop fighting amongst one another, just acknowledge each other for just being people. Like, admire people's customs, cultures, like the way they dress, the food, the language, dialect, whatever it is. But if we're really gonna come through these hard times, we all need to come together. And that's what I meant from the All Lives Matter. And just how I saw the whole BLM movement being used to hide certain things that were going on in these last 3 years. Like how I said, I believe that black people that their ancestors lived through slavery, that they should get the reparations. Latinos too. It's not gonna happen. The Mexicans, it's not gonna happen. And it's a shame also that we're so distracted by COVID and BLM, and we weren't interested in discovering a ring of pedophilia that Jeffrey Epstein was part of, and how all sorts of people were in it. Clinton, like Bill Gates, and Oprah, and it's crazy. Only God knows what was happening on that island, but for sure pedophilia. And these are people in the top of the top, politicians from different parts of the world, comedians, actors, and whatnot, and like that was just pretty much swept under the rug. Maxwell Epstein's wife is getting 20 years. That's nothing. Shit, I know people that are getting life, fucking death row. Sorry for my French. Damn. Like, how could you get away with that? So even if she would have gotten into jail at the age of 20, she would have came out 40. You could still leave an okay life. But I know people just have one mess up. Just, I don't want to get into detail. Just damn. They turned the key and threw that sucker away. They forgot about you. Yeah, it's crazy how during those riots and during COVID and all that, that was like the find of the century. That was the moment to really see what was going on. Like, honestly, that's the key to what's really going on with this world and why it's falling apart. For that to be going on within politicians and the people at the top, it only tells me one thing, that they're playing us, and they've been playing us from the beginning. And that's why all lives matter, and we need to come together. And having division, that Black lives matter, Asian lives matter, Latino lives matter, purple lives matter, dingus lives matter. It's very divisional. It's extremely divisional. And I say again, yes, blacks, that their ancestors lived through slavery, yes, they deserve reparations. If they were displaced in certain communities because a freeway or whatever was going to be built and it affected them economically or it changed their life, yes, there should be reparations if they were done wrong, without a doubt. But it did blow my mind. I'll say again that people are just quick to like think I was racist without even knowing me. And once people really know me, or they see the people I know, it just they have nothing to say, you know. But it just took just that to people to link it with racism, and it was just crazy. Like, that's not even a negative action to really be considered like racist. But that's the times that we're living in now. And I just really hope that the tension would just convert to unity and help each other out. And that's what I meant by all lives matter. And yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say on this episode. And also, if you please like the content, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next episode, where I'll be talking about norteños and sureños. So thank you for your time, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay blessed.